she was chewing gum. Okay, so she, not obnoxiously, really like lightly, gently, she was chewing gum. And she was a good deal shorter than me. Probably like by half a foot. So she would pull the necklaces out and she was chewing gum, and then I reached for it to like put it on myself or to like hold it up and look in the mirror, and she was like, no, 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 turn around. This again was all like through hand gestures. Just like turn around. And then she put the necklace on me. I had to kind of crouch so that she could put it on me, and she did it so gently. designer stuff, then I support you in doing that for yourself, but it's just not what I do. So that's just up top, because I think it like added something to the situation that was relaxing for me. So I was cleaning out my closet and I had two dresses that I wanted to sell because they didn't fit. One was a white dress, a white Zimmerman dress with boning here and like a tulip-like skirt. It was white. And I had bought it used from another site, thinking it might be my reception dress for my wedding. I needed a reception dress because I couldn't dance in the dress I got. But it didn't fit. The price was good though, but it didn't fit. It was too big. I got the size 3 and it was too big. Size 3. It's an Australian brand. So I needed to sell that, and it still had tags on and everything. And then I had the same silhouette of dress that I had owned probably for like 4 years in a kind of eggplant color, again with some like boning here and a notch and then like a tulip-like skirt. It was an eggplant color, and I had it altered, had the straps taken up just a little bit, and it just fit so perfectly when I had it, and I loved it. But my hip measurement has gotten bigger, so it no longer, it fits, but I went to wear it for an event sort of recently, and it just didn't have quite enough fabric. Like, it was fine, but it affected the drape, and the line was just not as nice, so I decided to sell it. Also a Zimmerman dress, and that one was a size 2, so I was in between sizes basically, and thought I'll sell them both. So for the first time ever, I went with the site, the real. Typically I do eBay or Poshmark or my local thrift store or something like that, but because the real resells Zimmerman dresses, I just thought it was a good fit for these items, and I was also approaching my wedding and didn't want to be bothered with, if it sold, packaging it up and selling it to the buyer and all of that. So I contacted them, sent in my dresses, and then what happens is they take care of the rest. They photograph it and set the price and all of that. So I sent my dresses off, and I was like, okay, that's it. But then, even though I only sent them 2 dresses, each of which was worth probably full price, they had probably been like $350 to $450, but I had not paid those prices, but that's like retail, and then, sold secondhand, they probably weren't going to sell probably weren't going to sell more, probably weren't going to sell for more than $200. So they weren't like hot items, it's not like I had like vintage Fendi or like a Chanel purse, or I don't even know how to talk about designer stuff. I'm making stuff up. I hope that sounds passable. service. I mean, I'm sure she gets some commissions, but like for people that she gets to send more stuff in. But because it was superb customer service, she was so sweet. She was really attentive. She was like respecting my time, but also trying to sell me on some stuff. And I just felt like I wasn't deserving of such good customer service for that site, for that purpose. Like, I was not a good lead at all. And so it felt kind of like stolen, like a stolen customer service moment where I was like, oh my god, she thinks I have like designer stuff in my closet. I wasn't flattered by that, but I was like, I felt like I was getting away with something. And she was so sweet, and trying to get me to send stuff in to sell. And it, I don't know, it just really relaxed me. But the ASMR didn't come until the next moment, so I hung up. I was like, thanks so much, Zoe, and we stopped the call. We ended the call. And then, I kid you not, within a minute or two, I was still relaxed from the call, and within a minute or two, there was a knock at the door, and I opened the door, and there was a package there. It was from the Real. Pure coincidence, just total coincidence. Total coincidence. Who knows why, but yeah, it was my red dress. So of course I immediately opened the package and put it on. It was really nicely wrapped in layered tissue paper, and I opened it. It was like cleanly pressed dress that I got for a steal. It was like $40 for a dress that fit me perfectly. I put it on in my living room and looked at my entryway mirror, and the dress kind of hits right below the knee. And this is kind of weird, I don't know why, but I'll just mention it. I hadn't shaved my legs for a bit, and because the dress hit right below